We are back live here. Third quarterfinal of the Baltic Indoor Ultimate Championship men's division. Ventspils in a white jerseys on the offense, starting against Shooting Star. Mocenieks to Skudra. Mocenieks. Krause. Podgurskis. Swings to Skudra. Mocenieks. Krause. Back to Podgurskis. Mocenieks. We can see that Shooting Stars are pushing a lot. Playing zoney defense. Krause. Skudra to Krause. Just advancing closer and closer to the end zone. Skudra in very dangerous position. Back to Podgurskis. And Skudra wide open in the end zone, front corner. Very patient start from Ventspils. And 1-0, they're taking a lead. Misunderstanding between two defenders. No one guarded the left side of the end zone. And we already heard that from the sideline, Shooting Stars are saying, we need to talk more, recognize those plays, ask for other players to fill in your spots on the defense. Lukševic, the pickup player from Latvia, playing with the Shooting Stars. Big blade in the center of the field. Hammer in the end zone for the point. It was number 9 Mantas with the point. Podgurskis deciding that he doesn't want to start from the back of the end zone. He'd rather go to the brick mark. Vertical stack from Ventspils. Mocenieks now on the sideline. Asking for the swing, Zaķis gets it. Immediately give the disc to Podgurskis, the main handler. Skudra now, very dangerous with the disc. Zaķis. Skudra to Zaķis. Saying that we need to get disc in the center. They always have one wide open handler. And the big block there from Mantas. And that's the first opportunity for Shooting Stars to break. Dominikas now. Push pass to Mantas. And in the end zone, under pressure, Shooting Stars having the first break. The score is 2-1. We have some technical errors with the scoreboard. It's still from the last game, but we'll try to fix it as soon as possible. Skudra to Podgurskis. Now Shooting Stars playing man-to-man defense. Big pass from Podgurskis to Zaķis in the end zone for the point. So the scoreboard is now fixed. It's 2-2 now. Let's see how this game will go. Will Shooting Stars keep playing with the zone defense, or they will switch to the man-to-man? Zone isn't the thing we usually see indoors, but still, if it works, why not? Big grab there in the center of the field. Another blade close to the sideline. Mantas. Give and go movement, not able to score this one. Lukševits swings it with a blade. And the turnover. And there's the foul call. Let's see this one in replay. Not sure about this call. Maybe there was a contact, but did it affect the outcome of the play? I think the disc was already over him. Some discussion. So it's a contested foul. Lukševits. Mantas. Dumps it back. And hammer in the end zone to Domantas. 3-2. There was a very interesting matchup. You can see now with the disc. Lukševits against Racins. On the mark, two players from Ogre. But as Ogre didn't get in the Baltic Championships, they joined the other teams. Each team were allowed to have up to 2 pickup players, and both of them were picked up by the different teams. Ventspils also have Mucanieks as a pickup player from Valmiera. Krause. Podgurskis. We can see that Shooting Stars are going with a man-to-man now. But still they are poaching. Krause. Wide open. Krause. Zaķis. To wide open Podgurskis. 2 players were there, unguarded. We can see Podgurskis running with a raised arm. No one is even close to him. Best chance for Shooting Stars were that Mucanieks would try to steal the pass, but he recognized it was for Podgurskis, not him, and just let it flew over him. Three still, very close game, closest quarterfinals so far. One break from Shooting Stars, so they are up half the point, let's say. Mantas. Give and go movement. Nice, getting a lots of meters. Lukševics. A bit zony look from Ventspils as well. And Dominikas just cutting between two defenders. That's usually the weak spots in the zone. Right between defensive players. 4-3 now. Shooting Stars up a break against Ventspils. However, they have only 7 players, while Ventspils have 9. We already saw in the first quarter that with 7 players you start to make a bit more mistakes in the second half. Some small discussion about the pool. Shooting Stars were not quite happy with the brick call, but it was correct. It was a bit over 2 meters, so Podgorskis had all the rights to start from the brick mark. Skudra. Zaķis. Back to Skudra. Krause. Podgorskis. And a sneaky pass to Krause. Let's see this one in replay. Skudra just over the defender, push pass to Krause, running in the end zone. 4-4. Ventspils again tied the score. Budiņš with a pull. Really good pull. Shooting Star starting from back of the end zone. Defense is already on the mark. Only handlers so far playing. Now finally Dominika stepping in. Back to Mantas. Very close to the sideline. Domantas now asking for the cuts. Just dumps it. Breaking the mark with a high release backhand. Big pressure from Ventspils. Not giving anything for Shooting Stars. Lithuanians very patient. And now hammer in the end zone. And there's a fall. Let's see this one in replay. Ventspils really not happy about the call. It's contested. And a hand block immediately on the spot. Ventspils saying disc's not lying, it's ours. Podgorskis. Dudiņš. To Budiņš. Podgorskis. Skuber to Racins. Podgorskis now. Again, Shooting Star with the zone defense. Dudiņš Būdiņš slowly advancing. Podgurskis asking for a hammer in the deep corner. And a mistake! A silly drop from Ventspils, giving the disc back to Shooting Stars, and they are taking a timeout. They had one turnover. It was a very long point already. Just taking a break, having a breather. As I already mentioned, they have only 7 players. They can't simply run out of the energy in the first half. They need to play smart. Maybe Ventspils were missing a couple of more active players, more players who are not afraid to throw something interesting, like Skudra or Zaķis and even Krause. All of them are on the bench for this point, and those players would be really great against zone defense. Just to find some creative pass, looking for some tighter gaps, just shooting something through or over the head. Well, they have more safer players that just tend to wait for the very safe opportunities. That's usually a great thing, but maybe not against this Shooting Star zone. So let's see. Looks like Shooting Star will play with one isolated player. They have 2 handlers, 2 players in the zone, and Domantas is left to play alone in the center of the field. But Podgurskis is on him, and we have a fall on the cut. Būdiņš not happy about this play. Offensive player just running onto him. Number 34 coming out of deep space now. Mantas dumps it back. 2 players cutting in the same place, and what a breakthrough there for the point. Let's see again. Almost falling down, but keeping his pivot on the ground before releasing a disc. 5-4. We are getting closer and closer to the halftime. Only 2 minutes left to play in the first half. Ventspils had an opportunity to break, but a turnover from them as well gave a second chance for Shooting Stars, and they used that. Podgurskis. Mocenieks. Skudra. Swings it back to Podgurskis. Krause wide open. Mocenieks. Zaķis alone in the end zone, but still, even though he's alone and there are 3 defenders, he finds the space to score. So 5-5, and we'll have a halftime on the 7 points anyway, so 1 minute left to play, but still the new cap for the half will be 7 points, no matter which team will score the next one. And we have a break. Before the point, Shooting Stars were asking about this halftime ruling. Will it be at 7? And yes, it will. A big hack, not quite in. right on the line of the end zone. And a hammer in the break side for the point. 6-5. Shooting star up. So halftime should be at 7. So misunderstanding what's happening. We had this older rulings about the halftime when it's immediately when the time ends on the first half. But those rules are gone for a couple years now, so maybe that was a bit confusing for the players. Skudra now. Big blade to Zaķis. And we are going into the Galaxy point, 6-6. And we'll have break on 7. So very, very important point for both of the teams coming up. Which team will start the second half with a 1 point advantage? And as we know, it can be a 2-point swing. Either you start second half with 0 and advantage, or you can only tie the game. And Shooting Stars just with a very quick offensive point, taking the first half 7-6, and they will start the second half with the offense, and they have the opportunity to take a 2-point lead. So it's a halftime right now. We'll be back after 1 minute. So we are back for the second half, last 11 minutes in this game. Very close, very interesting game. 7-6 Shooting Stars. Having one single break in the first half, but still it was enough to get the lead, and now they start on the offense. Shooting Stars advancing, getting closer and closer to the end zone. Lukševics playing safe, nothing to rush. They always have wide open handler somewhere. Hammer to swing. Strong undercuts from Shooting Stars. They're getting closer and closer, but still, they have to stay patient. Lukševics. Mantas. We can see that they're signaling. I have two defenders in the end zone. We don't have to rush this one. Very long point. Lots of switching from Ventspils' side. One of the longest points so far. No one is in the end zone. Lukševics now. Centers the disc. And a high pass in the end zone to Mantas for the point. Very long point, over 2 minutes. But still, Shooting Stars were patient enough. And for the first time in the game, they have a 2-point lead. (8-6), and we have only 8.5 minutes left to play. Podgurskis starting the offense for Ventspils. Krause in the center. Immediately sends it deep to Mucanieks, and Mucanieks scores. Just the two passes. And that's exactly what Ventspils needed. Very fast point. They know that Shooting Stars have only 7 players and they are slowly running out of energy. Fast point for them, and now they again have to push them hard on the defense. We can see that Ventspils is really trying to play fast, pull the disc as soon as they can, just to make sure they play all those 7 minutes left in the game. Lukševics. Last second throw, finds a player. There was some miscommunication on the defense. But still, again, those passes are not super accurate. They need to stretch out now for some of them, but still, Shooting Star very patient. And now a turnover. Podgurskis. Big play to Skudra, gaining almost all the field. And a hammer to Racinch for the break. 8-8 is the score. Six minutes left to play, and we can see already Shooting Stars are asking for the 5th player on the field who's gonna play, and it's only the first game of the day. It will be really hard for them to play all 3 games, but still, so far they're doing really good. A bit zony defense now from Ventspils. Now they are back to close man-to-man defense. And very quick give and go movement from the shooting stars. Just dumps it back, gets the disc, and immediately pass in the end zone. Dudinch tried everything there, made a huge bid, but he wasn't close enough. Again, shooting stars up by 1 point, still securing their lead. And really good pull, close to the ceilings but not touching anything. Podgorskis to Krause in back of the end zone for the point. Huge pass, huge grab. I thought it was going out of bounds, but Krause under the pressure, getting the disc and clearly in bounds. 9-9. Again, it's tied. Zatis with the pull, and that's a really good one. Lukševic, and already there's a mark. Domantas saving this disc under Zatis pressure. Mantas now. Lukševic with a big undercut. Shooting star getting closer and closer, and wide open cut in the end zone. What a fake there from Mantas. Big fake from Mantas. Budinš lost the battle, and Mantas in the open side. 10-9. Shooting starts again, having a lead by single point. And the stakes are very high. It's the first game of the day, but already it's a quarterfinals. Winner gets in the semis. Podgorskis. Mucenieks. Back to Podgorskis, wide open. Zaķis to Podgorskis in the center. To Krause. A bit tricky pass. There were defenders nearby, but still no one was looking, and Krause was ready for this pass. And again, 10-10. 2 minutes left to play. New defensive lineup for Ventspils. This time Mucenieks is stepping on. I think he'll be great addition to this lineup. He's very athletic and can make some plays. Not afraid to lay out if necessary. Side stack from shooting stars. Close defense on all the cuts from Ventspils, but shooting stars still always finding a player. So there's a focal. Disc staying with Shooting Stars. Last 10 seconds. So we might have a new point cap after this one. So it's game to 12 points. And a huge layout deep from Ratsins. Recharge with the clutch play. With the fingertips barely touching the disc. And Ventspils can take the lead first time in the second half. Mucanieks. Būdiņš. Podgurskis. Tu Mucanieks. Būdiņš. Dūdiņš. And the block back. Shooting Stars getting the disc back. And looks like we'll have a timeout or not. And almost a Callahan there from Dūdiņš, but still Shooting Stars saving the disc. Two players asking for the hucks, but they can't get it. We can see that players are slower on the field now. Very long point, very long physical game. But still, Lukševics calling a timeout. So there's a timeout, very smart call. As I mentioned already, they were really tired and they're just taking a small break. Shooting Stars probably needed more than Ventspils. Still very close, very intense game. Super high stakes. You win this game, you're in semis. You play against Salaspils Wild Things. Second team. You lose, you're out of the top 4 and you just keep fighting for the 5th place. So far, Salaspils Wild Thing 2 is already in the semifinals, just like Borai A. And the Salaspils Wild Things will be playing against the winner of this game. And Borai A will play against the winner of the last quarterfinal. That's coming right after this game between Salaspils Wild Things and Cosmics from Lithuania. Shooting Stars are a very tactical team. They like a set plays. They tend to play something different usually. We already saw isolation, side stacks. Now they have quite long vertical stack, but more to one side. Nice break from Lukševics. Ventspils shut down all the cuts, but still managed to keep the disc alive. Fast disc movement. And Būdiņš almost with a block, but still. Shooting Stars having the disc in the end. Let's see this one in replay. Very close pressure there, but still. Big point for number 18. So game to 12 points. Nothing is over. It was very crucial point. No doubt, but still. Both teams fighting till the end, till the last point. Nothing is over. Podgurskis. He likes to send it deep. Not this time, playing safe. Krause with a wide open undercut. Podgurskis. Mucanieks. Skudra is wide open on the other side. And a mistake from Podgurskis. Shooting Stars can finish it right here, right now. Hammer in the end zone. And Lukševits a bit overthrew it. And that's playing with the 7 players. Your usual 100% accurate passes are now a bit off. Zaķis, Podgurskis. And Zaķis just getting the disc inside the end zone. A small cheeky smile for him there, making a nice play. Now he's wide open, just waits a bit and a big jump in the end zone. 11-11, universe point. First universe point of the day. We can see that spectators are standing up already. Ready to cheer for their team. Salaspils, we can hear cheering for the Ventspils, supporting Latvians, and Borai standing up, ready to cheer for Shooting Stars. All the best lineups on the field. Stelkant rising. Mantas. Lukševits. Domantas. Again, Shooting Stars, very close to the sideline, able to save the disc. Dumps it back, saves the disc. Switch, not quite in. Finally gets the players. And through the contact, Shooting Stars wins it. Player is down, but looks like the game is over. Let's hope everybody is all right. Oh, and there was collision. He was pivoting out right at the moment when Raciņš was passing by and hit him right in the head, but no matter what, Mantas is a fighter, he'll be up. And he threw the game-winning assist to take the win over Ventspils, and Shooting Stars advance to the semifinals. So, thanks for watching this intense game. We'll be back real soon. Last quarters right ahead. So stay with us.